Vegetarian is easy and delicious. For those who are new to vegetarianism, do you miss eating KFC?
Don't get me wrong, I ask this because what we often miss about meat isn't the meat itself, but the seasoning. Let's be real, sometimes it's not the meat we miss, but the flavor bomb of sauces and spices. Anyone else here used to devour fried chicken just for the seasoning? Many people think they love meat, but it's actually the seasoning they crave. The appeal of meat isn't in its essence, but in the magic of spices. Without seasoning, meat might not be so tempting. Cut to the chase. I'm bringing this up because I found a plant-based recipe that tastes just like KFC. Ingredients is just king oyster mushrooms. Just wipe the king oyster mushroom clean with a paper towel to remove any dirt. Dice king oyster mushrooms into consistently sized rolling cubes. This ensures they cook evenly. Air-fried king oyster mushroom chunks turn crispy outside while staying juicy inside. Each bite gives a satisfying crunch followed by a burst of umami. The firmer root ends of king oyster mushrooms should be cut smaller, while the tender caps can be left in larger pieces. Seasoning. Black and white pepper, salt 1 teaspoon each, Cajun powder 2 teaspoons, salt 1/2 teaspoon, olive oil 1 teaspoon. Mix well. Thinly sliced king oyster mushrooms absorb flavors in 15 minutes, while thick chunks need at least 30+ minutes. Marinate overnight in fridge for meat-like texture, but don't exceed 24 hours to avoid sourness.
Why add olive oil to marinate?
Olive oil creates a protective layer that locks in moisture, preventing drying during roasting, air frying for a crispy yet juicy texture. The oil helps spices, for example Cajun seasoning, adhere evenly to the surface instead of falling off. Once marinated, coat the king oyster mushrooms evenly with breading mix. A teaspoon of regular flour, cornstarch, and rice flour, equal parts.
Why we need 3 types of powder for the coating?
This starch trio works synergistically. Rice flour prolonged crispness plus cornstarch instant crunch plus wheat flour structural integrity. Rest breaded mushrooms for 5 to 8 minutes to hydrate the coating for longer lasting crispness. After the resting period, toss the mushrooms in an equal amount of breading mix again, then air fry immediately. The first layer becomes sticky after resting. The second coating builds a flakier, 3D crust texture, fills gaps in the initial coat, preventing moisture seepage for prolonged crispness. Mimics commercial fried chicken techniques. Dual layer structure equals crispy outside plus juicy inside. Drizzle olive oil evenly over the mushrooms. Drizzle olive oil to prevent sticking. Arrange the mushroom pieces in a single layer on the baking sheet, ensuring they don't overlap for even cooking. Bake at 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes, flipping the mushrooms halfway through at the 10-minute mark. T- for minutes. That irresistible umami aroma is already filling the air. Get your plates ready. Vegan king oyster mushroom bites are out of the oven. Oh, that smoky umami fragrance is amazing. Hot and crispy vegan popcorn king oyster mushrooms. Just looking at them makes your mouth water. I love folding the aluminum foil edges inward and serving directly on it gives this rustic, hands-on eating vibe. The crispy Cajun Spice King Oyster bites replicate KFC's magic, that just one more crunch is unreal. The crunch on these mushroom popcorn is insane, with a fried chicken-like crackle outside, yet juicier inside than real meat. The fibrous texture mimics chicken's pull-apart quality, but this plant-based version stays succulently tender. This is Chicken 2.0, all the satisfaction with twice the umami punch. What we crave as meat flavor is 80% seasoning magic, the synergy of salt, sugar, and umami boosters. Boiled unseasoned chicken breast versus spicy hot pot meat, chopsticks keep reaching for the latter thanks to marinade penetration. Meat's inherent flavors require Maillard reaction to emerge, while seasonings directly trigger taste receptors. Global meat cultures rely on curing sauces, from Peking duck's malt sugar glaze to German sausage spice blends. Would the medium rare perfection ritual exist if steaks were only allowed salt? Science confirms 78% of meat's appeal comes from added flavors. Journal of Food Science, 2023. Doesn't skipping the middleman animals make more sense? When identical spices coat mushrooms or meat, blind taste tests show 61% prefer the veg version. Umami Institute, 2024. Why not choose the Kinder Crunch? King oyster mushrooms pack 3.4 grams plant protein per 100 grams with only 31 calories, making them a lean meat alternative. Their beta-glucans act as prebiotics, plus contain all essential amino acids for gut and muscle health. My channel will also start sharing how I find vegetarian recipes that are suitable for vegan like me when eating out. If you are a meatless person like me, then there is no problem with putting it in your eating out diary. Vegetarianism can be divided into the following categories, and their differences are briefly summarized. Vegan, do not consume any animal products, including meat, fish, eggs, milk, honey, etc. Avoid using animal products such as leather and wool. Lacto-ovo-vegetarian, do not eat meat or fish, but eat eggs and dairy products such as milk and cheese. Lacto-vegetarian, do not eat meat, fish, eggs, but eat dairy products such as milk and sourdough. For vegetarian, do not eat meat, fish, dairy products, but eat eggs. Pescatarian, do not eat red meat or poultry but eat fish, seafood, and may also eat eggs and milk. Flexitarian, mainly vegetarian, occasionally eat a small amount of meat or fish, without strict restrictions. Religious, cultural vegetarianism such as Buddhist vegetarianism and Hindu vegetarianism may prohibit the consumption of specific meats such as beef, pork, or 5 pungent vegetables such as onions and garlic. Main difference: whether eggs, milk, fish are included, and the degree of strictness. Veganism is the strictest, and flexitarianism is the most relaxed. Try to start with one meat-free day. Weekly small steps create big impacts. Heal the planet. Each vegan meal slashes 50% carbon footprint and saves water. Your fort protects forests and wildlife habitats. Kindness matters. Choosing veggies means saying yes to compassion, reducing farmed animal suffering with every bite. Boost your health. Plant-based meals packed with fiber and antioxidants cut heart disease risks, leaving you energized and glowing. I share delicious recipes every day, so don't miss it. Thanks for watching. See you in next video.